You know, Charlie, the misdemeanor charges are pending against Charlie Rose. Calling in a hit.
Exactly.
Of sorts.
Saying to Mr. Spieth, hit that boat.
Hit that boat. Look,
first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
It's really great to have you at CBS.
Look, I've joined a singular team, and it is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, this is probably the career advice I gave you in Rome, isn't it? At the time of the...
I think it might be hazy for us both. It was, the hour was late and a pope was near,
yes,
as I recall.
Indeed. That's right.
Look, you really got to the point, to the heart, I think, of this young, phenomenal athlete, this preternatural maturity on and off the course. He's 22, but he really plays and seems like somebody twice his age.
It seems to have a mature game and a mature personality.
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously loves the game. He knows how good he is, and he's been good for a while. You know, when he was in 2014, he almost won, and we didn't know very much about him.
Yeah.
He comes back in 2015 and has a year like nobody's ever had. I mean, one of the great years in golf. So this is a guy that's young but accomplished, and he has temperament too, like, you know, the best ones do.
Speaking of the best ones, he also has essentially something that all elite athletes seem to share, this pathological inability to be satisfied.
Exactly. You know, I mean, it's part of, they have a mindset that it goes two directions. One is I have the confidence that I can do this, but nothing satisfies them. I mean, you know, and I asked him about what can you do to your game, and the last time I asked him that, which is not the first time I've asked him or anybody else, you know, he said, you know, this was 2 years ago. He said, I saw him at the fight, at a big Las Vegas fight, and he was there, and I said to him, what are you working on? He said, well, I want to add distance. And this time he said, no, I mean, I can hit it 10 yards, I can add 10 yards, but what I'm really working on is my wedge shot into the green. You know,
into the green, or the boat, or the boat into the Hudson, as the case may be.
But it's just, it's a joy for anyone who tries to play golf to watch and sit there with him, to see.
I completely agree. And for so genteel a sport, his lack of entourage is notable, but in the entourage's place, perhaps, is a family that means everything to him in very special ways, as we see. You know, his sister, again, suffers a neurological disorder. What is that daily inspiration that he draws from her?
Well, I mean, I think he, first of all, loves her deeply and has lived with her and takes great joy. He understands her struggle. And he says if she's struggling that way, you know, I mean, I've got to be so admiring of her. And everything I do is small compared to the struggle she makes. And at the same time, she's with me. And if I win for her. Perspective
we could all use. I think, you know, you discussed as well the impact of Tiger Woods upon him, especially after that dominant display a year ago. It hearkened Tiger's very best. It also put him on, vaulted him up the short list of he who would be the next Tiger. That is a cross to bear. How does he do it?
But there are more people who are likely than ever before. You've got Rory, you've got Jason Day, you've got so many people. The game is different today. When Tiger was there, he intimidated everybody. These guys are less likely to be intimidated. But at the same time, they tell me that when Tiger was at his best, there was nothing like it.
Untouchable, untouchable.
For these guys to say that.
Chasing the ungettable ghost, perhaps. I know, again, Charlie, no slouch yourself.
Okay.
I believe we have a web extra of sorts. So let's return to the scene of the crime, however relative. Do we have? Can we roll the videotape?
Should be back in Rome at this moment.
Let's take.
Guys like me who play on the weekend are thinking about where's our finish and all of that.
Yeah.
You forgot about that when you were 11.
Well, once the ball gets off the club, doesn't really matter what your finish looks like.
Yeah, but where you're going to finish affects how you might hit the ball.
Sure. Yeah, you're saying that where you complete your backswing. Yeah, I mean, we're thinking about that stuff.
Show us this.
Okay.
Just hit one.
Hit one?
Hit one. What iron was that?
That's a 7.
It looks like my driver.
That looked like my greatest fantasy, because that ball certainly would have landed, if not the Hudson, in a fairway, a place I hear is lovely this time of year.
The grass is short in the fairway.
You know, you mentioned it a bit ago, but Of all the sports, and I feel like I've covered them all, but of all the sports, to watch an elite golfer do what they do is as humbling an experience as a watcher.
Because it's an individual sport.
Yeah.
Because it's an individual sport. You know, I mean, at the same time, to watch Joe Montana or to watch Brady, you know, to do what they can do in the last 2 minutes of a football game is remarkable to me too.
Charlie, for you, there's always the azaleas bloom in 2017 as well. There's hope for you yet.
Thank you, my friend.
Appreciate
Great to see you at the table.
Thank you very much for the welcome.
Take care. I'll come back when.
You can come back.
Okay,
We've got a lot to
good.
discuss. Maybe you've heard of this fellow Donald Trump.